Hey, it's Danish from Local Niche Marketing, and most chiropractors don't lose patient at the start. They lose them halfway through the treatment, and they don't even realize it. Now, what we have come up with is going to retain your patients better and also recover your patients better if you start implementing these workflows. Now, we have created a CareFlow and Recapture system for retaining your patients better and also recapturing if they drop off during the treatment. Now, the problems we still see in this industry is that uh, because of lack of progress. I mean, you are treating the patient as a chiropractor. Know that this pain is going to be consistent for next couple of sessions, and because you know the flow of the treatment, right? That pain is going to be there with the patient for a couple of sessions, but they need to be told in some form of digital um, area, just like a text message or email, right? So, and because of no communication in between the sessions, definitely there is a communication in person when you are treating them. But after the session is completed, you have to have some sort of communication to establish more trust with the patient, right? It means that you're compassionate enough as a clinic to treat that particular patient. So, because of all these reasons, you are going to lose revenue every week. Now, the CareFlow system is a retention engine because it is designed by keeping in mind that how every chiropractic treatment flows, right? So, in every chiropractic treatment, there will be different phases of the treatment, right? And based on different phases, the patient will have different pain levels, right? And we are then going to use these two attributes to make our communication with our patient in order to not engage with the patient, but to keep the patient consistent and motivated throughout the treatment, right? And what it actually does is number one, it enhances your trust with the patient, right? Because you are communicating after every session. If they have a certain level of pain enhanced after the treatment, and if your message goes out to them, they actually explain that, hey, I am feeling this pain. And if you can message them, hey, you can just use cold patches and it will relieve the pain. How big that can be for your for your patient. Now, because of this improved communication, you're not going to drop off. This patient is not going to drop off in between the treatment. So, because of fewer drop offs, you will have a better retention rate and thus you will have more completed care plans. Then there is the recapture. If a patient drop off in between the treatment plans, then you can be able to engage with them through different messaging channels such as emails and text messages. Now, again, they have not completely lost because they did not come for a session. There might be an emergency, and you have to be able to contact them in order to know more about if that particular patient who did not come up for the um, treatment session. Now, let's just go to the system that we built, right? So this is totally based on the custom objects because in order to get all the records for the patient, we need to first submit it inside the system, and once that is submitted based on different if else statements, we are implementing the care flow system for each patient. For example, now you can see it here. the treatment phase equal to 1, right? And based on different pain levels, pain level is greater than or equal to 7, pain level less than or equal to 10. That is a high pain patient, and you see that after the first phase, if the level of the pain is in between 10 to 0, we are then sending them to different workflows that have 7 to 10. You can see, I will show you the workflows as well. Now, what it does is that it actually tells the patient where they are standing in terms of the treatment and how they are improving or relieving from that pain. If not, you know that, I mean, after a couple of sessions, if the pain level is still there and they respond back to that workflow, hey, I'm not feeling any relief from past 2 sessions. Now you have to reply them, hey, you can come to our clinic and we can see what we can do about it, right? So it actually builds up trust, and that's why we call it CareFlow, right? So then again, the if the treatment phase is 2, obviously these phases um, include different sessions, and on it's up to you if you want to send the SMS on every session or on every phase or somewhere in between both of these two, right? So it what it does, it is again doing the same thing. It is just getting to know the phase of the treatment the patient is in, and then based on different pain levels, it is being added to a workflow where the SMS and emails are designed to um, engage with the patient better. Treatment phase 3, again doing the same thing. And if the last visit date is not empty, and this is the recapture system, right? So if the last visit date is not empty, right, we will wait for 7 days, and in here that can be customized for your own clinic. Like you can add 3 days as well, right? If your sessions are after every 3 days or every 2 days or every day, right? You can adjust these tiny details for your own clinic, but the condition is again visit date is empty. Based on this, if the after 7 days, if the visit date is empty, then they will be sent to another workflow, which is called last visit after 7 days if they don't show up, right? So this is the main meat of the workflow, where we are sending patient based on treatment phase, pain levels, and if they did not show up for the appointment. So back to the workflows, and I will show you the workflows. For example, if their pain levels are in between 7 to 10, what kind of messaging is going on, right? So hey, contact first name. That level of pain is actually very common in the early phase. Most patients start here before things begin to improve. Consistency is the key. So you're telling them this is quite normal, right? Because you, as a chiropractor, know what is going to happen. It's again the flow that you know, but the patient does not know. That is where these SMS and emails come handy, right? So in the email, we are saying that at this stage is completely normal, still feel significant discomfort. Spinal decompression works by gradually relieving pressure on the disc. This doesn't happen overnight. Most patients begin with higher pain levels before they start noticing consistent improvement. The key is staying consistent with your treatment. We are here to guide you through each phase. You're right on track, right? And then we can add different weight steps here, right? Um, we can add more weight steps or and create more steps for the pain levels they are in. So the messaging doesn't feel boring or bogus or monotonous, right? So this is how the patient is going to feel. Number one, after seeing this email, they are not going to be bothered by the pain they are having. Obviously, they still want some kind of pain relief, and if they respond to this particular email that, hey, is there anything that we can do in order to relieve the pain, you can definitely send an email back to them with your suggestions, right? So it enhances your trust, right? So again, the on different pain levels, the messaging is according to different pain levels. You can also adjust these messaging. Um, if their pain level is in between 4 to 7, you are going to say, "Hey, good sign. This is exactly where most patients start seeing progress. Staying consistent now is what leads to long-term relief." So again, we have to motivate them so they can never drop off, right? And this is the place where if they are drop off or they have left a session, so we are sending a message in order to start up a conversation. And then we can also add a task for our team members in order to contact them, right? So we can say that these things, right? um, Contact them ASAP. So that is a task created for your team member to, and this is due now. So this is how things are going to work for you in order to recapture that particular patient who was going to drop off if there is no engagement between you and your patient. By doing so, if if you could recover one patient, and I hope you're not going to recover only a single patient, because this is a robust system. And if the patients start trusting your clinic with their pain, then definitely a trust is established and they are going to come as a patient for a long time, and the lifetime value of that particular patient is going to be huge. So if you want the system to be implemented, or you are having some issues with systemizing your chiropractic business, you can contact us. Everything will be mentioned in the description of the video. Until the next video, bye.